It's the beginning of my final year at university, and honestly, it feels a bit surreal. The energy is different. There's this quiet sense of anticipation, almost like we're all standing on the edge of something big. I was so excited to meet my classmates after a long summer. Induction weeks are actually one of my favorite parts of the semester. I get to catch up with friends and share stories and just reconnect with everyone. Bonus points because we got free pretzels, and to be honest, I'm currently obsessed with them. But never mind that I'm so thrilled to be back, there's this other feeling that keeps bubbling up. I was so excited to see the new campus and to meet my new professors, but there was something that I think many of us forget to admit out loud. We don't want to admit that we compare ourselves to each other, but we do, all the time actually. It's like it's not enough to only fight with ourselves, but we also have to prove to others that we are enough, that we have something to contribute. We begin seeing life as a race instead of enjoying it. Hi guys! Today was the first day of induction and it was so nice to see everyone again, meet my new teachers and just really get to know the new campus. I just came home kind of like an hour ago. I've done some meal prepping for tomorrow's breakfast. Used my sourdough starter to make some pancakes I can put in the freezer and then have as go to breakfast. Yeah, our sourdough game is going strong still. I've done 3 types. One of them is a chocolate chip one, another one is coconut and cinnamon one, and then the last one is a biscuit one. Now I'm gonna do some studying. I got the international economics book, and otherwise I'm gonna edit. I was supposed to upload a video on Friday, but the whole moving situation kind of pushed it back, so hopefully I can upload it this Friday. And now I'm gonna have a little snack, which is this vegan protein bar that I found. It's a chocolate almond one. I mean, it looks like a brownie, kind of. It feels like a brownie. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I would add crushed almonds. I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what content you want to see from me now that I'm back at uni. Do you guys like the vlog style videos? Because I really enjoy making them. Let's see what this year brings, I guess. At least the first day was great. Let's go get some studying and some editing done now. This past summer, I decided to stay at home. I mean, I wanted a break from the usual hustle, pressure of constantly doing and achieving. I wanted a summer that was just quiet, peaceful, one where I was surrounded with those I loved the most, my family. I loved spending the day with them and catching up on reading, which I love. Getting to create my YouTube series about opening up my own cafe. It has to be one of the best series I've made so far, and actually one of the ones I've enjoyed the most. This summer, I've loved having the chance to really get into filming and editing videos for you guys. This summer, I truly think I have allowed myself to just be. And this is beautiful in its own way. But the thing is, when I came back, suddenly hearing all the stories from my classmates, internships abroad, trips to places I've only dreamed of visiting, it hit me. Suddenly, my quiet summer felt small. And this was not because the induction day didn't go well. The first day was amazing. We even got to take a few free pretzels back home, and yes, that was my dinner that night. Pretzels are probably gonna be the thing that I miss most about Germany. But despite the amazing day I had, I still felt like, compared to others, I had failed. It's not that I wasn't happy for my classmates. I was genuinely glad to hear all the amazing things they did. But that tiny voice inside me started to whisper, was my summer wasted? Did I miss out on something important? But that's the thing about when we compare ourselves to others. It creeps in silently making us question choices that felt right to us just moments before. I honestly don't know when it started. The need of trying to compare myself to others and feeling like this, like a failure, like I was never enough. And I think many of us do that, looking at someone else's highlights and wondering if we measure up. And when we do this, we question everything we have ever done.
This is 7 out of 10.
What I've come to realize is that this feeling, this impulse to compare ourselves to others, is one of the biggest traps we can fall into. It's as if we're all part of this invisible race, trying to keep up, trying to match or surpass the life of people around us, even if we don't actually know their full story. Especially now, where social media is a constant in our life, where every achievement, every adventure, every carefully crafted moment is shared with the world. We see people's highlights, we see people's successes. I mean, no one wants to show their bad days to the rest of the world. We actually only get a glimpse of people's life, and it tends to be only the good side. If no one is sharing the bad side, it's no wonder that we start to feel like we're behind. But guess what? I'm here to tell you that you're not behind. I want you to remember something. Success, happiness, and fulfillment, they're not one size fits all. What might be meaningful for one person could be completely different for another. I find meaning on talking with my parents every night for dinner. I find meaning in connecting with new people. And I find meaning in helping others. And this might not be something you connect with, but they still matter for me. The things that you find meaning in, they're equally as valuable as anyone's. There isn't a universal checklist for a successful life. There's no predefined milestone that we all need to hit by a certain age. And that's something I think we need to redefine for ourselves over and over again until it truly sinks in. A few years ago, I didn't think I would be traveling while I studied my bachelor. A few years ago, I would have never pictured myself in Germany. Our future is yet to be written. So why do we need to constantly worry about it so much? What our lives look like is constantly evolving. And what I've also come to realize this summer is that the version of success that we have is evolving as well. And sometimes success actually looks like taking a step back, giving yourself permission to rest, to reflect, to recharge. In a world that constantly demands that we're go, go, go and productive 24 hours a day, sometimes the most revolutionary thing we can do is to slow down. That might not look impressive on social media, and it might not be something that you can put on a CV, but that doesn't make it any less valuable. Sometimes the time we take for ourselves can provide us more joy and more insight into who we are and who we want to be, than trying to constantly cramp our day with unnecessary tasks. Breaking from this cycle of comparing ourselves to others is not easy. You probably are like me and feel the pressure to measure up to others all the time, even though we try not to. And the thing is that it's normal to compare ourselves to others. But something that can help is to start embracing the journey that we are on, just as it is. I know this is easier said than done. I still struggle a lot. But imagine, just for a moment, that you let go of the idea that you have to be somewhere other than where you are right now. Imagine that you're exactly where you're meant to be on your own timeline, moving towards at your own pace. There's actually no rush to get to the finish line, because frankly, there is no finish line. We think there is, but in reality, we have to start enjoying what we have right now. We need to stop ourselves from trying to force memories to happen and make them happen instead. Because in the end, life isn't a race, it's not a competition. And even though it might feel like this sometimes, we actually don't have to live it as if it is. So I got distracted editing, but now for dinner, as you can see, the air fryer is making dinner. I'm trying out this vegan kebabsi. I don't know what it is. We're gonna have a pretzel because we love that, and a salad with some mushrooms. That's all we have left in the fridge. Today was such a nice day. Last day of induction. Loved the little urban challenge that we did. And my group won and the prize was a boat ride. So yeah, we need to plan that. I had to exchange a joke with a stranger and it was so funny because they told it to me in Spanish. And it was a bit morbid. My joke was funnier. It went like this. What does a computer eat? Chips. And then we also won this like set of cards where we can use them to play a similar challenge but in different cities, which is quite nice actually. Today was a bit tiring, I don't know, I think I didn't sleep so well last night. Let's have dinner and talk with my lovely parents. And obviously we need some tea. If you know, you know.
Something that has helped me a lot, because I am a competitive person, is to practice more gratitude. And I know this might sound very cliche, but it really does shift your focus. When you start taking some time in your day to list a few things that you're grateful for, you begin to see your life in a different light. You stop fixating on what's missing and start appreciating what's already here. Gratitude is not only about looking at the bright side. Gratitude is about grounding ourselves in the present, reminding you that your life, as it is right now, has meaning and beauty. It might not be Instagram perfect, but it is your life in the end. We all have quirks, and we all are weird in our own very unique way. Not everyone is gonna accept that parts of us, but it doesn't mean that we are not enough. Social media makes it easy to feel like we aren't. Now, I'm not saying that we should all quit it entirely. I mean, it's a way for us to connect with each other. Personally, it has allowed me to connect with you guys, which literally always makes my day whenever I read your messages or your feedback. And without social media, I wouldn't be doing YouTube. I wouldn't have the possibility to reach out to you. But I think something that I'm starting to do is be more mindful on the time I use in social media. I've limited the time I spend scrolling, and I have unfollowed accounts that make me feel like I constantly need to compare myself to them. And then something that you and I need to realize is that what we see online is often just a highlight reel. No one has a perfect week. No one has a perfect month, and especially no one has a perfect day. We all have ups and downs, but most of us only want to share our ups. We want to seem like we have it all together, when in reality we might not. Social media is a tool to show those happy moments, but it should also be a tool to show our insecurities, to relate with one another. We shouldn't let social media control us, our opinions, and especially our definition of what it is to be enough. You don't have to use social media as the only lens through which we view our life, and the only lens that we use to justify our choices, to feel like our life has actual meaning.
But guys, I just posted the video that I had to post last week. I really like this video and I just had so much fun filming that one. Even though I like kind of failed at making waffles, you know, we're here to have fun. Today was a very tiring day of trying to finish editing, doing some readings for next week. We're starting university officially, but I went to a little event with one friend, then I went shopping. Yeah, now it's time for dinner. So let me go put on my PJs and quickly whip up dinner because we are a hungry human which needs fuel.
I think the most important thing that we need to redefine what success means to us personally. It's something that's very individual. I cannot tell you what that means for you and what it should be. Because maybe for you success isn't about a high-powered job or an Instagram-worthy lifestyle, and it doesn't have to be. Maybe for you, success it's about having close relationships, about learning something new, about feeling at peace with who you are. I know after 3 years of traveling and really getting to know myself at a deeper level, success today looks so different from what I envisioned 3 years ago. But I think there's beauty in that. Success can actually look however you want it to look like. Success actually doesn't have to conform to anyone else's standards but your own. Success needs to align with your values and your life. So here's a question for you. What would happen if you focus less on the life you think you're supposed to have and more on the life that feels right to you? I think then maybe you'll actually realize that you've already achieved more than give yourself credit for. And that maybe you'll start seeing your small victories, the quiet moments of growth that no one sees, maybe no one will ever acknowledge, the lessons that you've learned that no one else will, the obstacles you've overcome that you have not shared with everyone else. Maybe you start seeing those small things as meaningful milestones because they are. Your journey is unique to you, and no one needs to see it because it's worth celebrating no matter how it compares to anyone else's. If you're struggling like I am with this feeling, if you're looking around and wondering if you're enough, let me remind you, you are. You're actually more than enough. The life you're building step by step is meaningful. It has purpose and beauty. You need to prove yourself to anyone. You are already worthy, just as you are.
Guys, I just finished cleaning the common areas, so that means the kitchen, the entrance, bathroom as well. And also I used the time to clean my own room. But now it's time for dinner. The air fryer is doing its thing. It's been a good day because I finished both of my economic homework and now the only thing that I have left is showering. I wanted to do it before, but anyways, damn, the first week has gone by so quickly. Let's go call our parents. You might be wondering what I'm having for dinner. Guys, it's Sunday. You know what that means. Garbage bowl. That tradition will continue with me forever and ever.
Just like you, I am on this journey of figuring out who I am as I go. There's no right or wrong way to live, no perfect formula for success. We all have to embrace the path that we're on. You have to honor your progress and remember that thriving doesn't always look like what you see on the screen. Thriving is personal and sometimes it's quiet, even invisible to everyone but you. And that's okay. In the end, the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday.